It's not really known that the military have cabin crew.
The sector today is Bryce Norton to Kingston.
And the travelling opportunities are amazing.
My friends always get confused. But that we know to do Vegas, Bermuda, Canada,
Washington, China,
Nairobi,
Jamaica,
Greece,
Kenya, Morocco, Afghan, Cyprus.
Every day's different, really. Our passengers are always different.
Generally, you always deal with troop movements, so soldiers going out on exercise, operations.
Hello. Thank you very much.
we're all one big family as well.
It's like a family.
We're just closing up and that will be good to go very shortly.
Boarding complete. People are amazing who you meet, who you work with.
Pass the life jacket over your head. Pass the longer strap behind your body and connect the buckles together. Tighten the waistband to fit. Do not inflate your life jacket inside the aircraft. When you are outside the aircraft, inflate the life jacket.
The cabin crew will shortly be serving you with a hot meal. Can I get you a drink?
Yeah, sure.
Every day's a different day.
You get paid a bit more than you would in civilian street.
You have to be up for the travelling aspect.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kingston, Jamaica, where the local time is 15:30.
Downtime is very, very sociable. Not just the cabin crew package, it's the Royal Air Force package as well.
Welcome all to the Lions League COD 2v2 Community Tournament Grand Final. I'm D-Lush.
I'm Sergeant Bailey, but Jason, and we are currently located somewhere in London, and it's an absolute beautiful day
It is
today.
an absolutely beautiful day to have this tournament, and yesterday's qualifiers really showed us that this tournament is strictly for the best. So I'm expecting to see some epic gameplay. But before we move on, Jason, I just want to make sure that you're following us on Twitch, which is at LL eSports. You can also watch us live at lionsleague.co.uk. Our highlights are featured on Sky Channel 192, and you can also watch us on aozat.com. So there is plenty of places for you people to get involved. And if you're sharing content and media and you want to, make sure you use our hashtag AF2v2. So now I'm going to move on to you, Jason. Please explain to everybody, if they don't know, how the game played and the rules of this tournament today.
Yeah, of course. So once again, it's a COD 2v2 community tournament, a gun game with CDL rules.
Okay.
So first of all, if you don't know what gun game is, it is essentially jumping in the game, but you don't have any classes. So normally you'd have your attachments, your red dot sights,
So
etc.
no customization.
No customization.
Wow,
you just jump in the game, 2v2, and you get given a weapon with any attachment. And that's where the skills and drills come in for these absolute legendary esports gaming guys.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And girls. With that, with the rules, with the CDL. So first of all, it is best of 3 games. First to 6 points of best of 11 games. Each game or round is 40 seconds, with the last 10 seconds of that 40 being the capture a flag sort of sketch.
Okay.
So, but if you don't get that flag, it will be, say if it's a 2v1 in the end of that round when the timer stops, the 2 will take the win. If not, and it's a 1v1, whoever's got the most health will take that win.
So there's no overtime or anything?
No overtime whatsoever. So it's the first to 6 wins the round, gets best of 3 games, and they've won to go to the next stage of the final.
Sounds all good. Sounds really, really
Can't
exciting.
wait, buzzing, yeah.
But everybody wants to know. I know everyone's sitting at home and they're like, okay, well, what do you win? What's the prize? What's the prize?
Yeah.
Jason?
So the prize, essentially, this is the first Lions League COD 2v2 community tournament with using tri-service, Royal Navy, RAF and Army. So with that being the first tournament, and there will be plenty more, you want to be the first person to win
Of course.
and get full bragging rights to do it.
So bragging rights. Explain what bragging rights.
With the bragging rights, it's with the Army, RAF, and Navy always being competitive, pushing each other to be the best. This point in time, when they win this tournament, whoever does, we'll see, they can brag that they won the first tournament. So when they come to the next tournament, we won it. We won it last time. You can't beat us.
It's proof that you are the best team.
Proof.
That's perfect. So I'm really, really excited to watch this.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Is the first time, this has ever been done. So, it's just going to be really epic. So I'm going to hand you over to our headcaster, Matt, and he's going to take you through the game. So we'll see you there and hope you enjoy the show.
See you there.
All right, thank you guys for that introduction there. My name's Matt, and this is Dan here with me for the first
Hello.
game. The first game, of course, being Kieran and Gibbo against Arden and Bobby, a Army and RAF matchup there. We've seen a lot of Army and RAF matchups, and the RAF have 2 shots in this to be taking the victory in the ultimate grand final happening later on. With regards to this first game, who's your favourite, Dan?
I've said it from the beginning. Gibbo and Kieran, just their team play in yesterday, it was just phenomenal. They were all over every one of their matches, even with the technical issues. They didn't falter. They sticked straight to it, and they dominated the battlefield. By yourself?
I can't say that I'd like to see the RAF take this on. I'm supporting the Army for this first round. A few stats for you though. Gibbo, you're sporting a 1.7 KD, which is
Strong.
by far the highest KD in this tournament so far that we've seen throughout all the seedings. And he's a very aggressive, very agile player. And Kieran complements that as well, both of their SMG playstyles. But we can't underestimate Arden and Bobby, both SMG players as well, sporting KDs above 1. So we've got to give them some credit and let's see how this first game plays out.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
So am I. So with the RAF having 2 shots at this, we got the low bracket round 4 to come as well, and the winner of this one will go through to the ultimate round finals. So let's see who's going to take it.
Starting the game now.
There we go. Kicks off first. We've got the dual wields and a scar. It seems
Interesting combination.
Bobby with a very early first blood.
Yeah.
Putting the Army on the back foot.
They didn't really have a chance there.
They did not. RAF had taken them by storm.
Kieran, straight away, just didn't have a chance to react to what happened there.
No way. Interesting to see the second assault rifle in this whole tournament being used here, the Scar. Quite a slow fire rate, slow magazine capacity, but high damage.
Some very good peaks there from Bobby. Using the advantage of the edge of the map.
No avail to the grenade. Samurai taking out Kieran again with the the Scar, sorry.
Kieran isn't on top form today by the looks of it, but he might just be warming up.
Maybe. Although, gotta say, is this the time to be warming up? As they go 2-0 down.
Yeah, but seeing him just at the last minute there.
Good reactions from the RAF there.
Bit of a panic jump there at the end.
Interesting. Just SKS, one of the DLC weapons, being sported now.
Looks like they're both staying together. Oh, Bobby gets first light on Gibbo, takes down.
Gibbo's taken down. Favourites very much on the back foot off the first 2 rounds.
It pains me to say it, but they're just not performing very well at the minute.
I don't know, maybe there's a bit of communication issues. Maybe they're not playing well together today.
Although Kieran is pulling his own, he's holding it.
He's definitely got a good game sense. Both
Kieran's
teams here.
very, very reserved player. Knows what he's
extremely experienced as well. Been playing since he was a young lad. And he's waiting there for that overtime flag.
He is. He knows.
The footsteps have been heard coming down them stairs, bringing it to 3-0 for the RAF after that first round.
Last game of chicken there.
Yeah. Pillars in this really, they've got a big base.
Yeah,
There's not a lot of room to manoeuvre around.
There's not much peeking spots, I've noticed. It's all or nothing. Kieran falling foul to Bobby there. That seems to be his favourite little spot there.
Yeah. Gibbo getting one back there.
Getting the kill there.
Bobby seems to be the man to beat at the moment for the RAF side.
Yeah, Samurai has seen
with him out of the game,
Gibbo
it'd be interesting to see.
Pulling it back. Looks like we got a game here.
There.
Very nice, very nice.
Beautiful execution, beautiful accuracy as well.
Yeah.
Right, let's see if the RAF can live up to their name as the Reapers. And what's this? Is this a shotgun?
Looks like a shotgun, yeah.
Pump action shotgun with the lever on the side there.
Bobby
doesn't seem like there's a lot of damage coming out of it from that long range.
Oh, looks like Samurai fell foul to both of them. Ran into both of them there.
Yeah, he managed to get one off there on Gibbo, leaving Kieran to fend for himself. Bobby seems to know where he is.
Yeah, like I said, Kieran's very reserved. He'll wait till he has the advantage.
Slowing the pace down to his own level. Unfortunately, not paying off for him.
Fortunately enough, no.
Really well weighted out there, though, by Bobby.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
To have the weapon up ready at head height as well. Because don't forget them headshots. You can pop 2 or 3 of them, and there's a man down, whereas 5 to the body, maybe even 6. Both teams going down.
On fight, both.
Yeah. Kieran's taking the first blood. Kieran's taking the second blood.
There we go. Aggressive play there, paid off for them. Very
aggressive. Like I said before, Kieran and Gibbo both complement each other. Very good communicating. And it's clear that they talked before that round started.
Yeah, do you reckon they did that, or they just thought they'd just go for it and see what happens?
Oh, well, I'll have to have a word with him after and see what's going on.
Bobby
taking the first.
Oh, tried the
very fast reactions by Gibbo, yeah.
Samurai seems to think he knows where he is.
No doubt that'll be due down to Bobby with the communications.
Absolutely. Both teams sort of favouring the high ground here.
Yeah, it's impressive to see the game sense taking the high ground. You got the view over the map, but you also make yourself a bit more exposed.
Well, I suppose
utilising it well.
It's a very steep learning curve trying to learn against another 2v2 team because you don't know how they play.
Can we take a quick second to appreciate the sensitivity that Gibbo's playing on there?
Yeah,
absolutely mental. I don't think I'd be able to control a player like that.
No, not unless it was mouse and keyboard.
100%. Agree with you there.
Me personally, I'm terrible with controllers. I don't know how people do it.
I've been learning to use the controllers recently in order to play in the Lars League. And
so we have some throwing knife action.
Oh, Kieran back with the throwing knives.
Kieran, that seems to be. He did it yesterday and he's done it today.
Yeah, he took out 3 of the Maritime eSports, I think it was, players with throwing knives to finish the round on shipment yesterday. Gibbo, not too sure. Bobby's making a break for it though, around the back. See if he can get the flank on Gibbo. Gibbo's still fixated on that section of the map he was in.
He seems to have planted his feet.
And the RAF taking it. That's the first round out of the best of 3.
Now, what do you think? What do you think both teams are saying to each other right now?
For me, I think that Gibbo and Kieran, you can see by the kills and the deaths there, the kill difference isn't that far off. It's just the fact that they've left it too late in the round, or they're 2v1 down, and it's just not fallen their way at the first round.
No, it doesn't. It's a bit disappointing after that. That's not really Gibbo and Kieran playing at their best there, but Samurai and Bobby seem to be all over them right from the start.
Definitely. No doubt their heads will be very high, spirits lifted, because there's no way they haven't researched each other.
Oh, no, there's definitely...
I know who they're going up against.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe Gibbo and Kieran underestimated them a little bit.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe they've taken it easy for the first round.
Interesting map though, because it's got quite a lot of long range, but also a few tight corners.
Not a map that I'm too familiar with, but I know the overtime location for flag on the middle of the bridge, very exposed. I'm not sure there's anywhere in the map apart from the pillars where you can't see the flag. So it'll be interesting to see if it ever comes down to capturing the flag, and if any team do.
I think we saw Bobby in one of the matches go for the centre, which was the only time that happened, and it didn't really pay off for him either.
No. Adapted well after that though, to bring the scoreline back to 6-2.
Some high quality COD, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I know I'd be proud if I was Arden and Samurai. And Samurai.
Let's see if they can hold it on for another game.
Yeah, that's. Although I've got to say, the equipment hasn't played a big role in it so far. Bobby said that he loves a Semtex. Oh, and speaking of affection, this map has got to win a lot of hearts.
I don't know. I don't see the appeal of it, to be honest.
Do you not?
I honestly, I'm unpopular opinion here.
Did you play the Modern Warfare 2 series?
I did, yes, but it didn't really pay off.
Remains a soft spot in my heart for this map.
It's like Kieran is all on his lonesome again.
He is.
Oof, tags Bobby heavy, but takes some hits himself.
Utilising the C4 to get the first kill.
Samurai had his eye on him straight away.
Did.
Some good communication there from them both.
Yeah, very well played. Knowing that Kieran and Gibbo, they know they're around down, and they've got to win this with a chance to be in with a chance of progressing to the grand finals.
Yeah,
they're going to be kicking themselves.
They may surprise you yet. Looks like they're staying together, quite reserved.
Sticking together.
That's not the way Gibbo normally plays.
Nice. We usually see very aggressive manoeuvres, but I guess this map is very open. There's sort of 3 or 4 different tiers of elevation that anyone could be at.
Bobby has the high ground there, but tries to throw some C4 and falls foul to it.
Yeah, Kieran not wanting to play frisbee there.
It's like Samurai's going in for the kill. Kills Kieran. Oh, gets the clutch.
And Gibbo as well. Very well played there.
Very well
Samurai.
Played.
Superb use of cover and the tactical jump.
Yeah, yeah.
The slide, I think, was used there as well.
I didn't see him slide, but I'll take your word for it.
Often it's hard to change direction once you start sliding, but there is techniques such as slide cancelling using the crouch technique.
Looks like Samurai's seen
completely unpredictable. Has Gibbo been spotted?
He has, yeah.
So you have been spotted. Kieran's been spotted and taken out.
Yeah. Looks like Gibbo is on his own here. He's seen Bobby, I think. No, he hasn't seen him.
No doubt that they both know where Gibbo is.
Oof.
Gibbo with superior aim.
Takes a bit of fall damage there, yeah.
Gonna put him on the down foot against Bobby. He's still on full health. I doubt he'd have heard the footsteps there as Gibbo gets taken out.
Unfortunate there, really unfortunate. Some good play from Gibbo there. He was a bit exposed, but
maybe he's trying to draw him with the noise. Maybe forgot he had that low health, no health regeneration, of course, in these rounds.
It's brutal. It really is.
Yeah, 100%. Still not seeing the vast amount of the tacticals, grenades being used. As someone pulls a pin on one there.
Kieran quite heavily tagged there. Gets a few
Same
bursts
reactions
into
by
him.
Bobby.
Yeah. Bobby's reaction time has been phenomenal these past couple of games.
I totally agree with you.
Looks like Bobby's playing with a high sensitivity as well.
It really does show that there is a physical element to playing these games.
Kieran's he's stuck between a rock and a hard place there. He didn't have a chance.
No, unfortunately not for him.
Raptured circling him like vultures.
The Reapers laughing in the face of the army at the moment.
Who knows? Maybe I've jinxed them.
Maybe we did. Maybe we did.
Oh, looks like we got is that SKS?
I believe so, yeah. Same as the last match as well. But this is where the army lads came into their own, and they won the 2 rounds with the SKS.
They did, yeah. Unfortunately, Samurai gets the kill on both of them. Bobby just sitting there with his thumb up his you-know-what.
Yeah, we're going to see a clean sweep. I really don't want to see a clean sweep, because
no.
I'm excited for any of these matchups.
I want it to come to the wire. I don't think we had a 5v5 match yesterday.
No, we had a few 6 and 4s. I can't recall any 5-5s.
Maybe we'll see the clutch here. Bobby getting taken down straight away by Kieran. Great reaction.
Kieran with the first blood.
Knows where he is. Looking. Oof. Both heavily tagged.
Few shots off on each other.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Excellent gameplay. There by Kieran. Just got the reload in time. Is there a reload cancelled, did we see?
I think so, yeah.
Managed to get that in time.
I liked what Samurai was trying to do there, because he knew he was low health. You just get one hit on him. But
that would also play an advantage to those whoever had the higher sensitivity. Going over the top, it's going to take a lot of time for someone with low sensitivity to turn around.
I think that was Bobby getting heavily tagged there by Gibbo. Samurai taking a few shots.
Yeah, the shotgun not being wielded for Gibbo here, opting for the Renetti. Renetti
being accuracy there, not great.
The power in the Renetti being nerfed in the last patch as well.
Oof.
Although it won't feel like it for Gibbo.
Oh, Kieran
gets one back, 1-1. He's been tagged heavy though.
He's been tagged heavy. Oh, unlucky.
Taken out for that final round. 6-1 to the RAF Reapers. And that's best of 3.
It comes the fastest finger there, and unfortunately, Kieran wasn't that one.
No, only 1 kill for Gibbo. He's going to be disappointed with that one. But the lads from the RAF Reapers, amazing work. They've taken down what I would have said would have been the main guys, the main culprits that were going to win.
I would say Gibbo and Kieran are probably top tier army players, and
definitely
it was sweeps the side by the Reapers there with ease.
I couldn't agree with you more. Right, is there anything you'd have done differently if you was in Gibbo and Kieran's boots?
Obviously, I'm not very good at the game, but I'm good at talking about people's gameplay. So don't get upset about this, but I do think Gibbo could have moved a bit more in that last match. He seemed to stay in one place, and even when he was spotted by one of the team, he stayed in the same place. But the other team probably telling the other teammate exactly where he was, so he could sweep around the side.
Yeah, definitely.
Kieran was a little bit more unpredictable this time. That worked in his favour, but still, there just wasn't the team play that we've seen from them yesterday.
No doubt they're going to be disappointed with that. But the RF Reapers moving through into the grand final, and the army dropping down. We will see them again in a later game tonight.
There is still a time that we still might see them again in the final. You just don't know that.
We may. Right now we're going to cut to a quick break, and then we'll come back to you with the 4th round in the lower bracket.
See you later, guys.
Ah, so you like figuring stuff out?
Huh?
Come on. So, reckon you can solve this? You cracked it yet?
Yeah.
Alright, clever clogs. Can you get all this done? Whoa!
Sorry!
Easy. Let's see what else you got. Are you any good at listening? Then get a load of this. Sorry.
Can you hear that?
Yeah. Or maybe you're more her. She's bossing it.
Maybe 2 more over here? Everyone take their seats.
Okay, you got that down, but maybe you're more protective. Try protecting space.
Possible satellite breakup. Get me the Space Operations Center. Copy.
Or maybe you're more chill. Chill enough to fly that?
Me? Fly that thing?
No! This thing!
Everyone's got that one thing they were born to do. Find your force in the RAF.
So well done to Samurai and Bobby for taking that first round. How good was that game?
That was awesome. Absolute epic game.
So good.
So what we got next? We've got Levy Jr., Jamie Joel versus IR, Noon and Oz.
Should we check it out?
Let's check it out.
Let's check it out.
Highly anticipated for this game. Levi, Joel, Nooney, and Oz. We've got a Maritime and RAF face-off. Face-off, sorry. See, who do you think's going to win?
Well, I've got to stick with my boys, Levi and Jam and Joel. I know that we've had a quick change in Dobby. He's got a couple of issues at home, so he's had to pull out. Levi's taken over, and they've been practicing all afternoon. Really, really excited to see them playing together, actually.
Yeah, it's good to hear about the old practicing. Something that I think maybe the first game some sides lacked.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's hard to prep when you got all your mates online. You want to just get in and play your 5v5s, or you want to play Warzone. It's all a bit different. Sometimes just getting in as a pair of you on gunfights is not as exciting as jumping in and having a laugh with your mates, is it? So
no, I suppose not. RF though, Reaper's very strong contenders in Nooney and Oz. We've seen them battle it out in the forested map last time. Very good play.
Yeah, definitely it was. They are good players, but again, it's a bit of a grudge match because they knocked one of the Maritime's other teams out yesterday. So the lads are definitely hyped to try and get one back up on the RF.
And no doubt the stakes are high, like those bragging rights.
Yeah, definitely. I say we're a new organisation, obviously in the process of coming through, and it'd be exciting to see us go far and obviously get Maritime out there.
Yeah, it'd be brilliant to see. Hopefully we can see some more of these tournaments very soon.
Yeah, definitely.
We're jumping in now to the gameplay. On the same first map, I think it's the same maps for all of these semi-finals/finals for the lower brackets.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's the same rotations. So the guys got given the 3 earlier, and as you can see there, like it's
very well placed grenade.
It was hell of a
very
grenade,
well
that.
placed. So now the predictions.
But you can see the different styles of play there with Levi and Joel trying to get up and over quickly, whereas the RAF guys just took a little bit of time and registered for the head peaks.
Yeah, maybe they're going to stick to their reserved strategy, and maybe the other guys can slow it down a little bit, maybe play to their own advantages.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that I like to see here. They both pushed up the same side then, and there's Levi with a nice early kill. It's a good trade-off, and Joel finishes it off there. That's absolutely brilliant. That's good because it will settle the lads as well, so they can just get back into it now.
I doubt a lot of communication happening there. There's one of the players tried to push through the middle, just got thwarted instantly.
It's one of those plays. I mean, if you don't keep up with the middle play, it's really difficult because someone will just be up straight behind you. And I mean, this is straight away.
It's like grenade launcher.
Both the Maritime lads on grenade launchers over the top.
Noob tube. Interesting to see the class setups again with the. Is this burst rifle?
It is the burst rifle. It's that FAMAS again, and it's always unpredictable. And you only get one noob tube there, as you can see. Both of them have just gone to try and fire off the other one again, and you only get one in this. So
only one. Better make it count then. Unfortunately, not picking up the kills in this first one. As Allegiance says, take third round.
It's always difficult, isn't it, when you're coming up the hill there. You've literally got the top of your head showing, and that's all they can shoot. If you're coming up from low ground, you've got to shoot through feet to get to their heads, whereas from high ground, obviously straight at the forehead.
Yeah, of course, head peeking, shoulder peeking, not as prevalent in Call of Duty as it is in CSGO and other games, but it's still effective. You still draw opponents towards you with a shoulder peek and retreat a little bit and have a teammate with their sights aimed.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit more difficult to do in 2v2 because everything's so fast-paced, but definitely Levi's going to be disappointed in himself there, missing that shot.
Yeah, Nooney with a superior accuracy in that moment.
Definitely, and it's something we saw in the last game as well, that it was the guys that were hitting them first shots and consistent shots. I think it was not just the reaction times of Bobby in that last one, his accuracy was phenomenal. He literally wasn't missing anything.
The overtime flag coming out as well. We're paying no attention to it. As they bring it to the level pagans.
It'd be interesting to see. This could be the first 5v5 match.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see the scoreline at the end of this one. And knowing that they've got to play another round to either bring it back level or continue with a victory.
And that other round's going to be difficult because I know that Kieran and Gibbo are going to be disappointed that they didn't get through there. Obviously, everyone's been expecting them to do really well and push forward and definitely be the team to beat. And obviously, the Reapers have just taken them out in the last round, haven't they?
Yeah, fantastic play. Absolutely no credit taken away from them. They've played excellently throughout the whole tournament.
And it's always difficult because you've split down from best of one yesterday to now you've got a little bit more time to sort of figure each other out in the fact that it's best of three. Obviously, you don't really you want to take the first round.
Yeah, don't want to get complacent.
Oh, nice.
Oh, beautiful.
Return the throwing knife there.
I'm sure you'll be happy with that.
Well, they was throwing it in first. And it's nice there to see that the Maritime lads are pinching in and just literally concentrating into one area, and he was constantly on the retreat from Oz there.
Very easy to channel a player down either side of the map with these sort of locked-in areas, almost.
Yeah, and it'll be, like I say, whereas you've got Rust that's a little bit more open, and you're playing more over various different heights there. You've got these maps, the majority of the gunfight maps are split down, so you've got sort of 2 or 3 channels that you have to walk down.
Yeah.
Oh, Oz is going to be disappointed in that, coming around with a shotgun there, and Levi managing to take him out with a pistol.
Levi playing a sponge roll there.
Well, it's a viable tactic, isn't it? You send your mate with the least health around the corner first.
Yeah, no doubt.
But these RAF boys just seem to have the superior accuracy at the minute. We've seen the Maritime guys seem to be getting on top of everyone, and then just sort of panicking a little bit, not working together in that second half of the phase.
Yeah, if they can get that together, they can get that down to a point where it's working every time. Maybe this round for round engagement isn't going to be so round for round anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it might be that this isn't their favourite map. They might be sort of playing this out and knowing that they've had a misspent youth, maybe playing a lot of time quick scoping on Rust.
Well, be interested to see, won't it?
It will be, and it's 4 for 4. That's really good, and it's a really good showing from the lads as well. It's a completely different performance from yesterday. You can definitely see that they're in it. And crossbows, they're an absolute leveler, aren't they?
Yeah, we'd love to see the variants of the weapons that get brought out. Can't say I've ever used a crossbow in a multiplayer match or a gunfight match.
I don't think anyone has.
But
and this is something that I was talking about earlier. So Levi there just got taken down with a pistol because he tried to use a stim. Okay. So something that I've always done when I've played 2v2 before is one of my partners, my partner will focus on maybe the gun side of it, telling you what you've got, whether you've got a shotgun with slugs and a kilo as a backup, or pistol or fists, and I'll look at the utility. So you're always screaming out stims at the start of the match if you've got them, because you don't want to accidentally do what Levi just did there.
Yeah, use the utilities that he's got.
Yeah, exactly. You're jumping out in the middle of the open, whereas a flash might do it for you. A stim's not going to do anything to your enemy at all.
That was a good usage of it there by Joel.
It was very good usage for Joel, and that's just saved him. That's just pulled him that round, and that's really interesting. Actually, that the boys have pulled that out. I know they're both good players and they're both competitors, and obviously they've come out to show it tonight.
Yeah, no doubt you'll be happy with that first round.
Definitely happy. That's absolutely amazing.
If you was there on the RAF side, let's say, what would be the main key point to focus on now?
Well, I don't want to give them too many tips because obviously I don't want them to turn us over. But I think definitely at the right times there, the Maritime lads stuck together when they needed to, pushed when they needed to. Like you said, Levi was using a bullet sponge a little bit on one of them. It is what it is. The RAF lads seem to split up a little bit every time. Didn't change their tactic, so they're sort of very.
They're going to head
peak. Yeah, getting very predictable. Yeah. You know, they're going to head peak here, and Rust becomes a little bit of a leveler for that because you've obviously got the 3 levels. You're trying to work out where you're going, basically.
Yeah, no doubt that they'll be first thing they check when they get into their cover is who's going to be taking the middle level. Is there anyone at the top? Because the top doesn't get used much in these matches because of the lack of cover. But good point for a scout.
It's the time to get up there as well, isn't it? So if you're coming from the side with the pipeline, it's actually really difficult to get up there because you've got to come in the full line of sight of the attackers the other side to come up. And if you're running up from the other side, you're running all the way up that big long tin drain pipe to get to the top. You just leave yourself exposed.
Yeah, every time I take that drain pipe, I fall down the crack.
It's one of them, isn't it? You gotta live and hope that you make it to the top.
Let's see. Joel and Levi taking the side, which would be more beneficial to take this high ground.
It's interesting that neither of them, the Aussie or Oz or Nooney, neither of them went up top there.
Maybe they're both predicting that either side will go up.
Yeah, I mean, it's the cover side of it. It's definitely easier to get up on this side and to keep that high ground. And you can see Joel snuck through the middle there, and he's absolutely flanked him.
Although Joel is up at the top now, or on one of the levels at least.
Joel don't mess with pistols, apparently.
That was brilliant. Little spot there. I was expecting to pop up from where Oz was thinking.
Yeah,
just a level above.
And that's what you're saying. As you come up from this side here, you're coming up that drain pipe. You really control a lot of the map by getting up there. You know, you can look to play the overtime flag, and you've got Joel again looking to be aggressive and get up to that middle layer.
Yeah.
It's absolutely brilliant. It's brilliant that they've been so sort of fearless. Really, they're covering off half the map really well.
You can see Oz and Nooney on the minimap. They're going for the flank.
And they've managed to get all the way around there. Levi was really slow to react on that.
Nooney's pulled that one off rather well.
And I mean, again, look, the RAF lads are split up. You're in a 2v1 situation where you know he's got to cap the flag to win. You need to be sticking together there.
Yeah. Pincer manoeuvre also quite... oh, no. Couldn't quite get it off. Joel's got a chance here.
They're even on health. They're even on everything. And it's just working out who gets where first. And Joel's
got the
managed
flag
to
before the kill's going to come.
He's got that.
Managed to get it.
They're so quick to cap them points, especially with
shaking
pistols.
his head, shaking his head as the round finishes, taunting the Reefers there.
Like I say, the boys are really up for this. They're really hyped because obviously Nooney and Oz knocked out Slinky Cheese Dog and I can't remember who it was yesterday. So obviously they're really hyped up to be playing this.
It's the mini Uzi now being pulled out.
Again,
interesting. Slow fire rate.
With these attachments, it's not something that you're used to. Whoever puts this sort of sight on a mini Uzi, and that's a really good win by the RAF there.
Yeah, I mean, the sight, I like the sight, but just definitely not on an Uzi.
And you've got a foregrip on it as well. It's sort of it's really unusual.
Yeah, we'd like to see the variants of the weapons that get pulled up in this. But once again, I'm picking up not a lot of the grenades or the tactical utilities being utilised. As I say that, are they listening to us?
They must be listening. Stream snipers.
Yeah.
I mean, again, Rust's so easy to overthrow grenades on, or get it caught on something and it just drop back on your head. I mean, I'm no stranger to throwing grenades at myself. I've done it a fair few times.
Oh yeah, you and me both. Often for grenade, again taken out. Wrong time to pull out the the grenade.
That's some good shooting there from Levi.
Very well finished by Levi.
I mean, it's something interesting. The maritime team, are controlling the middle of the map really well. So they're already there for the flag if it ends up on a cap. And
yeah, apart from that one round where they managed to get the flanking, where the Reapers could get the flanking. Sorry, but I think they've adapted to that. They've learnt a bit more.
They're sticking together now, and you've got assault rifles, so you're going up a few levels. You're going to be able to get the advantage with that. And there's Joel there coming around for a little sneaky play, and he just didn't manage to get it off.
Yeah, the Scar, not a gun that I'd be using to the slow fire rate, but equally slow fire rate managed by the high damage shot.
Oh, it hits like an absolute steam train. You get a couple of headshots off.
Speaking of steam train, I don't know if they've realised, but they've got a shotgun as a secondary weapon, which might be more beneficial to them in those close range encounters.
It would be, but I know that Levi definitely favours the AR. He absolutely loves it, and here you've got, it's Nooney there. He got himself caught in an unfortunate position. He's got two maritime lads coming from the top and at the side, and it's
really narrowing down the amount of cover that's going to be useful to them.
And it's interesting that all the shotgun rounds so far that people have played, it's been predominantly pistols that they've used.
Yeah, Of course, Rust being, I think, the biggest of the 2v2 maps that we've seen being played in this championship. Oh, there we go. I'll be camping up on the top of the Rust now.
And that's it. You see, he went up, he missed the jump, he come back down, and before you know it, and Nooney's up there nice and high.
Yeah, interesting that Nooney took the highest point of the map.
I think he's seen Joel. I think he knows where Joel is.
He definitely knows where he is now with that tag.
He was just playing with his food there, wasn't he?
Maybe a little bit.
And Levi can't get the pistol shots off.
I know that he'll claim he is. Good accuracy. Impressive fire rate as well.
It's the accuracy again. It's the accuracy again. Levi got the first shot off there and got a hit, but then missed a couple of shots.
I know for a fact, like if I manage to get that first hit off, I haven't got the fire rate to put it down. But if I got the fire rate and I haven't got the aiming, it's one or the other for me. But these lads are doing very well to keep them both managed very well.
Yeah, definitely, and it's good to see their movement there. Like obviously Joel got tagged with the C4, knows he's in trouble up there, so he's dropped down to come back for some support for Levi. Levi's got him covered in a couple of areas. Unfortunately, he got tagged up underneath there. Levi's going to have to play this one really slowly, I think, and try and... I mean, Nooney's in that dominant position again, and he's not missing much with a pistol today.
No. Impressive manoeuvres by Oz there, going through the container to his left. And ultimately bring the score line to 4-4.
I know, we see ourselves at 4-4 again. It'd be interesting. It'd be marksman rifles, they take everything out of the equation, don't they?
And the dualies as well. 19, dual wield.
I think that's the second time we've seen dualies on this map.
Yeah, it's not as impressive in firepower, but you've got two of them. You're going to be able to get the rounds down, even if it's just suppressing the enemy, whilst your mate runs around to the side and gets to kill with the marksman rifle.
Well, you see Joel gets a nice early pick there, and it's been traded out by Oz now. It's something that the Maritime lads... Joel peeked for information there, and he probably should have sat back and gone, look, he's here.
Yeah, Oz going with a throwing knife, not hitting enough. Oh, that's a lovely shot.
Lovely shot by Levi there.
Fast, efficient, accurate. That's what we like to see from the lads using these Mark II carbines.
And that's it. Well, this round now could be it. If the Maritime boys dominate this again and get that early pick.
It seems they're favourable on the side that they are now.
Which is unusual. I prefer spawning on the other side. You get the high ground early.
Yeah. Maybe it's making their moves predictable. They know they're going to go take the high ground, so they don't really need to watch their sides as much. That tactical laser as well.
Yeah.
every time they're scoping down, they're revealing their position.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem to be mattering too much. The lasers aren't exactly easy to see on Rust anyway, with all the lack of shadows, especially across the map. It's only if you're really focusing on the edge. And this will be interesting. Oz.
Sort of half scope. And the dualies come out.
And that's it.
And that's it. Maritime have taken it.
We've not got to see the third map yet.
No. Interesting to see if we can... well, we'll definitely see a third map in the finals. As the finals will be.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
That's the 5. Yeah, really good effort there from the Maritime boys.
I think that's really good, and if they carry that momentum on into the next game, especially with Kieran and Gibbo not seeming to perform as much as they have been in the last couple of rounds, it's going to be interesting to see. Hopefully we get to see the Maritime in the final.
It's going to be a RAF and Maritime grand final, I think, in the upper bracket. So it'll be interesting to see the RAF and Army go at it again in the next match.
Well, the next match is, so we were the winners of that one, so we play Kieran and Gibbo, so it's Maritime versus Army next.
Yeah, of course.
The RAF is straight through, obviously, because they got straight through to the winners' final, so it'll be interesting to see, let's say, the continuation of performance. I think if the lads perform like that, we've got no worries, and it's Maritime all the way to the final.
Yeah, lovely for you there, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Getting excited, jumping up and down in your seat.
I am very excited now. I know the lads will be hyped. They would be absolutely loving it.
Before we hop into the next game, I think we'll have a quick break.
No worries. Thank you very much for having me.
No worries. It's been a pleasure.
See you soon.
مهنة محلل استخباراتي لغوي ليست مهنة عادية. فنحن أصحاب هذه المهنة نمثل الآذان الصاغية التي تحافظ على أمننا جميعاً. تتطلب هذه المهنة تركيزاً ووقتاً ومثابرة. أصبحت شخصاً لم أظن مطلقاً أن أكونه يوماً ما. الأمر أكبر من مجرد الاستماع، إذ يتعلق بالثقافات التي ستتفاعل معها ووجهات النظر التي ستكونها. تقاضيت أجراً للتحول من شخص ليس لديه خبرة إلى ما أنا عليه الآن خلال 18 شهراً فقط. وفي الوقت الحالي استخدم هذه اللغة لأساعد في اتخاذ القرارات التي تنقذ الأرواح في أقل من الثانية ولتكون الغلبة لنا.
So, does this sound like an ordinary job to you?
Welcome back. I hope that you've enjoyed all the gameplay that you've seen so far, and I hope you enjoyed the last game that we just saw. I want to congratulate Levy Jr. and Jamie Joel on taking that game. It was close. It was close. How did you feel?
Oh, really good, gents. Really good on the absolute smashing that and going forward to the next stage, which is the lower bracket final. Who's up next is Gibbo versus and Kieran versus Levy Jr. and Jamie Joel. Let's go.
Let's check it.
Hi there, guys. No doubt that was an exciting match for all of us. The first round, of course, puts one of the RAF teams through into the final automatically, the grand final.
Definitely.
So we're here now to see who faces them. We've got the Maritime Sports eSports lads from the last match and Kieran and Gibbo from the first round. Who's going to take it?
I think the Army are going to take it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Not convinced by the Maritime's performance in the last one?
No, I'm not actually. I think.
No, I'm thinking.
I think they got a little bit too overconfident.
Yeah.
So no, I do think the Army will win this one.
Okay. We'll see. The Army lads may have been squeezing in a few more practice games in between these two rounds.
Definitely.
If they weren't watching for tactics themselves.
Yeah, no, it should be an interesting one. They're both very strong teams, but I do think it's the Army for the win. But I could be wrong. Be wrong.
Of course, an Army RF final would be great for both of us.
Yeah, definitely it would. It'd be brilliant. You know, they very strong teams throughout. I just think that maybe the Navy need a little bit more practice in their communication, from what I can see through their gameplay. But the Army and the Air Force, they seem to have it down to a T. It was just unfortunate in the last game.
Definitely got the chance to prove it.
Yeah.
Kieran and Gibbo, it's both sporting a very high KD ratio. Maritime eSports, not as high, but they've demonstrated in the last game that they've got what it takes.
Yes, yeah, they have. But I believe they haven't been playing for as long as what the Army and the RAF have been.
No, I can agree with that.
They've peaked up high again, haven't they? They've gone straight for that high ground.
Yeah, whilst Gibbo's going around on the flank, I'm not sure if they've realised. They haven't.
No.
Very, very strong round to start from the Army lads.
Mate, they're putting their stamp on it, aren't they? Saying, no, we're taking this.
Putting the Maritime through the paces in that first round. Maybe it'd be a wake-up call for the Maritime, though.
Yeah, maybe so. Don't want anyone getting too above themselves, do we?
No. Speaking of above, Gibbo having the high ground. The Origin shotgun coming out.
I'm not a
Gibbo
fan of a
full then.
shotgun.
No, me neither. Even in the
No.
close quarter scenarios, I'd much rather a fully automatic MP5, MP7, something with a bit of firepower.
Yeah.
Bit of a cycle rate.
I'm definitely an automatic. More than one bullet, definitely.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a spray and pray.
The dual reels coming out again. This time the Renetti.
I've never used these.
I've not used them either in fear of being bullied.
Gibbo's got taken out straight away.
Yeah, it's maybe not a strong opening play there
They
by him.
went down the middle. It just didn't work out.
No, I was saying in the last match that the middle's sort of dead man's land.
Yep. Oh.
Very fast, violent gameplay.
They stuck to the middle there, didn't they?
Yeah, a little bit of ring around the roses.
Trying to stop them from going around the back of them. Both sides are like, no, you're not coming around the back. You're not doing a sneak attack.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see if the teams split up again. Who've got their run down the middle? Jam and Joel taking the middle lower section.
It looks like one's high, one's low on either side.
Interesting to see that.
Molotov.
Wondering if there's Molotov very useful for channeling.
Yep, as long as you don't set yourself on fire.
Yeah, fallen victim to that myself many a time.
Yeah.
Molotov's coming out. Is Kieran going to feel the flames? Not the
Very
flames, but
strong.
he feels something.
Definitely.
Gibbo will feel the flames. Last shield or EOD in this game? EOD being the.
They've all got some damage and they're jumping around. They're like bunny hopping over the top of him, trying to get that advantage.
That was very well utilised reload cancel there by Gibbo. Yeah, Gibbo.
Seems
Not
to be a
quite
lot
finishing the reload animation.
It seems to be a lot of 1-for-1 matches this evening.
Yes, no doubt it's going to be close. We've got these are the best teams, best 4 teams from the entire seeding of all 3 forces.
Levi was checking down the middle before he moved out, making sure.
Yeah, the middle being a favourite for some of the lads this game.
It is. They're not sticking together though, are they? They're they're splitting up.
Arguably, that's the
Gibbo got taken out.
So does Kieran there.
Very, very quick rounds. Sometimes
3-2.
you find that's the problem on a 2v2 though. They're very quick rounds. So sometimes the communication isn't there for it.
Yeah, the communication might not be fast enough. Just think, one guy gets taken out, he's yelling out the position of the guy who's killed him, but there's still another guy.
Yeah.
He's going to be jumping around, lobbing Semtexes, throwing Molotovs, even the decoy grenades being utilised in this, as we can see from the HUD there.
I mean, even exposing where they are to your teammate doesn't always help because they're such small maps. They can move so quickly, and before you know it, they're behind you.
Yeah, it doesn't take long for, I think, 16 seconds to sprint from one side of this map to the other.
Yeah, it's not long at all.
Especially with the newly introduced tactical sprint, where the rifle goes up by the side of the head.
I wonder if they'll no-scope it.
It'd be good to see some 360s being pulled out, wouldn't it?
It would.
The stakes are probably a bit too high for that.
Yeah, currently at the moment.
Wouldn't mind a little bit of show for the camera, though.
Yeah, it would. I know the Reapers, they like to no-scope. They find it a bit of a giggle, a bit of a laugh. A lot of their practice, they no-scope or quick-scope.
Yeah. Unfortunately for them, the laser attachment would be a big hand, a big helping hand for them.
Definitely.
Not on there, but they have got one on the pistol.
It's amazing gameplay from both sides. I mean, who do you think's going to take it this evening? Who do you think's going to go to the final?
I would like to see, personally, Gibbo and Kieran in the final, although I don't think they're playing well enough at the moment to be a worthy challenger for the RAF team. Yeah, it pains me to say it.
Yeah, I understand that.
Maybe if they up their game a little bit to more what we were seeing yesterday, that would have been.
They've definitely got a chance to bring it back, though. Definitely.
Yeah.
You know,
all is not over at the end of this match. They've still got 2 more they can pull them back.
Exactly.
Oh my Christ! The size of the sight on top of the gun there. It's Odin, isn't it? It's Odin with a very slow cycle rate, and it's a 2-shot kill to the torso. higher torso. As we've seen there.
Straight away, Gibbo's taken. Very strong. He dropped down low. He knew where he was. He got him in his sights, and he went down low.
Gibbo and Kieran both actively chasing the Damascus camo for their own personal classes. So no
Have
doubt
you done Damascus yourself?
I haven't got the patience for it. It's weapons like these that when you come up against an SMG in a tight corridor, and you've got
you've got no chance.
Such a slow cycle rate, you've got no chance, and it just frustrates me too much.
However, I haven't gone for the Obsidian because I'm not a fan of snipers or scopes like this. I don't mind the scopes that are being used at the moment, but sniper scopes I'm not a fan of. I can't do things close quarters like that. I have done a few of the Obsidians myself. And they're all equally as a hard grind, but that's how you get to learn your weapons.
What's that there? Kieran has taken the victory for the Army eSports in the first round against Maritime.
Deserved as well, I think.
I think they have. They've definitely been communicating behind the scenes.
Yes.
A bit more with each other.
Pulling it a bit further than a 1-1 game.
Yeah, but they might be tired of seeing it going 1-for-1, and they're hoping to bridge that gap a little bit more.
And they've done it. They've done it. They've said to the Navy, that's it.
Yeah.
I'm not taking it anymore.
Interesting to see how they respond in this next match, though, because Rust is a difficult map to play. There's a lot of mind games going on. I love Rust.
So do I.
If I can perch myself up on the top with the DMR, or even what was it that I was doing the other day? Foul, FN Foul.
Yeah.
Recently got that one gold. Yeah. Don't have to use it ever again. But even getting up on that high area, not a lot of people expect it.
No, they don't. You can hide quite well, actually. If you lay down on that top platform, you can hide, and you can move. It's such a small space that you can move and see any corner of that map. It's brilliant.
Huge tactical advantage until you're seen. Especially with the communication that's going on.
Exactly. I'm not a fan of going up the pipeline. That's not where I go.
I always step off the side, always.
I'm up the ladder. Up the
middle ladder?
Yeah.
You brave soul. Every time I go up there, get sniped down, shot down, gunned down, someone throws a C4, sticks a sticky grenade to my head, something could go on.
Sticking a thumbs up there right at the beginning of the match, saying, come on, we've got this.
Jam and Joe opting for the pipe route up to the top, and Gibbo taking the other side and are coming out on top.
Jamming's taken out. It's like the Army are strong.
Yeah,
they're strong in this.
Very slowly, the other two remaining players.
This one's obviously a little bit more close quarters, isn't it? Yeah, I think you have to act a bit slower.
Especially in the middle of the map.
Yeah.
You'll see you've got very long lines of sight and some obscure ones through the middle. You'll be able to see through some of the structure of the oil rig in the centre.
Definitely, and we're on the
a chance.
Overtime. There you go.
Very well played. The overtime flag favouring the right side of the map for the Army at the moment. They have an interesting placement. I'd like to see the overtime flag somewhere near the top of the high rise.
Oh, Army got taken out straight away.
Yeah, Kieran falling down to Jam and Joel. You saw some good gunplay by Jam and Joel in the last round. Mainly with the pistols, though. The Army seems to be having a bit better luck with the weapons that have been drawn.
Yeah, Gibbo and Levi. Levi took it.
Levi, absolutely pinpoint accuracy. And
he knew he was there.
Snapping Gibbo's head back there.
Yeah, it's just such a fast map. You generally, as a rule, can't go 5 seconds without being killed. Sorry, in a match, can you? It's
especially with an aggressive play style that Kieran and Gibbo usually have.
Do they normally play aggressive?
They're usually the first two onto the objective or flanking up round the back to get the first blood. Almost always. Kieran being a main bomb carrier for the Army eSports team and the Engineers team.
Yeah.
In Search and Destroy as well.
No, they're
fortunately for him, there's no bombs in this one. He's just they've got to just outslay each other.
To be fair, I'm one for objective rather than kills. It would have been quite interesting to see a shipment match, though. I think that could be a map for the future.
Yeah, maybe we'll see it in the final.
Hopefully. I do love a bit of shipment.
It'd be good to see.
But I know some people hate it.
We saw Kieran being extremely dominant on shipment as well.
Yeah.
The last, in the rest of the series yesterday. The Army finding their feet a bit more now, getting to the 4th round, taking it.
I think you might have heard him throw his Molotov and went, oh,
Maybe.
I'll wait. Because from that angle you could see right and left.
Yeah,
so
once
he's only
again,
looking out one way, wasn't he?
Sound in this game is very much tuned to those who wear headsets.
Yes.
Loads of omnidirectional sound is the words I was looking for.
I don't think you can really play COD without having a full headset, can you?
No, not anymore. Back in the days of Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, you could get away with blasting out your TV.
Yeah.
Oh, taking his own life there. Is it Kieran
He'll
jumping
be
off the
so
side?
gutted. Yeah, so gutted.
Gibbo jumping off the side and Kieran falling victim to the Molotov. Really unfortunate for him there.
Very.
No doubt the Maritime team will be laughing about that one.
Yeah, they will. I mean, the Maritime team they're definitely showing their worth.
Oh yeah, you can't deny them. They are good players.
They are
wouldn't have
very
got this
good
far
players.
if they didn't have the talent.
They've worked hard. They have worked hard, and that's obvious. With the games that they've been playing.
Yeah.
We'll just see if they're strong enough to get through to the final.
Interesting to see that no one's taking your tactic of running up the centre ladder there.
No.
Maybe
no,
because there's not enough teammates to cover the position.
No, there isn't. They're
Kieran wanting
sort of
to keep
holding
as
back
quiet as
and
possible.
Staying as quiet as possible, aren't they? He's
Yeah.
seen him. Kieran's
I think
seen
Joel's
Levi.
seen Kieran as well. Just
Yeah,
up from
and
behind him now.
Kieran's
One
seen
shot,
Levi and
taking a hit marker. And the pure, just down to the numbers of the Maritime lads, they've outgunned Kieran there.
Yeah. It's very
Floods.
unfortunate when you've got them both together, isn't it? You can take out one, but you can't take out the other.
Yeah, definitely. Interesting choice of secondary weapon here. Is that the Stinger? Strela?
I'm not a big knowledge person when it comes to what weapons they are actually.
Yeah, not
However,
a massive rocket launcher fan myself. Try to keep it on the ground. Don't worry about what's above me.
Jamming's gone middle level, but he's just jumped down. He can see someone. He knows he's there.
Excellent line of sight there from Jam Joel, showing good knowledge of the map. I didn't know about that spot. I'll be using that one.
Kieran's hanging back.
Yeah.
Overtime's available. He's going to go
He's on
for
the
it.
back foot. And so are the Army now. Needs to take 4 rounds in a row in order to win this over the Maritime eSports team.
Match
Being
point.
they're being represented very well. And for a team that's not been established officially yet, or what's the word I'm looking for? Not been running for a long time.
No,
They've shown that they've got the talent. They're given more of a reason why they should be noticed, why they should be recognised.
yes, definitely. They're putting their foot down and saying, "No, we're here, and we're here to take it."
They're going up against the best of the Army at the moment, and they're winning, and that's something to be proud of.
It is, yes. Bragging rights in itself, isn't it? Really.
Gibbo taking out Jamming.
Levi and Gibbo left.
Levi as well. There we go.
There we go.
6-2. That means we're going to see what the third map is that we have in store.
That's going to be a very aggressive match, I think.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they adapt to each other's gameplay. And depending on the map, it could be a fast-paced map. We don't know. They might choose to be a bit more reserved.
Just have to wait and see what they've got. And they'll be
100%.
bringing it on.
Yeah. Interesting to
Who's
see
the
that the
best?
rocket launchers came out. Not sure who thought that was a good idea, but
No.
it proves they could be using those for preventing people going down certain routes.
Yeah.
The long range engagements, so they've only got say a single shot pistol or a marksman rifle.
They're very close range, aren't they? They don't have a lot of range on them. So yeah, the rocket launcher could help and assist them in that one. You just don't know.
Again, the dual wheel pistols being seen in the first round, but not in the second. Be interesting to see if the next map allows them to be utilised to any team's advantage.
Yeah, I mean the dual pistols, they're good. You know, it's double the amount of damage, isn't it? Taken out very, very quickly. So I can see why they're favoured. I can. And when I come up head to head with them, it's not something I enjoy seeing.
Oh, it's so frustrating.
Aisle 9.
This is the new map, isn't it?
It is, yes. Have you played it?
I have not played it at all.
It's horrible.
It looks very familiar.
So it's a section of I'm trying to remember what it's called now.
Is it Atlas Superstore?
Atlas Superstore, yes. It's a section of that.
So maybe I do recognise it. Maybe I have played on a bit of it before, just not in this circumstance.
Yeah, obviously it's just a slight portion of Atlas Superstore. Yeah. There we go.
Showing good map knowledge there, though, already.
Yeah.
Proof that they've been practicing and doing their research on the maps that they're going to be coming up against.
They got informed earlier, didn't they? Of what
they have
maps.
been informed, yeah.
Yeah, so they've had a chance to practice and work as a team.
Yeah, and it's clear that both teams have utilised it.
Yeah.
Gibbo mounting up, not his usual play style.
No.
And Levi capitalising on that.
I mean, Levi seems to be one that holds back, you know, mounts, you know, and it's a strong play. It's a strong way to play. You don't get the recoil as much, do you?
Recoil is absolutely thwarted as soon as you're mounted.
Yes.
There's next to none. Even with, say, one of the fastest firing weapons in the game, the MP7. You mount up with that, and you've got minimal recoil.
Minimum, yeah. I do agree. But they just seem to. I mean, Levi and Gibbo seem to be head to head in the same place all the time.
Yeah, I can't agree more with you there. It's
they just seem to know.
Interesting to see that the revolver's being used for the long range engagements, whereas usually you'd see a sidearm for the shorter range.
Yes, you would. Yeah.
I'm not sure Gibbo knows where the two maritime lads are.
No, but he's holding back. He's saying, "No, you can come to me. If you want me, come to me."
Exposing himself there.
He did a bit, yeah.
Levi's giving himself away.
He's coming through the middle.
He's taken a good choice to move himself. Gibbo getting the shot off though. On low health, Jam and Joel coming around the back and finish him off.
3-0. It's going to take a lot for the army to bring it back now.
It is. Maritime lads must have been studying this map pretty damn well.
Definitely. I feel for them. I feel for the army. I do massively. You know, the army have practiced a lot, been established a bit longer than what Maritime have.
Yeah.
So they must be kicking themselves right now.
Yeah, no doubt they've got a lot of support. Driving them forward though. And I have no doubt in my mind that they've still got their heads up and they're ready for a fight.
Definitely. You know, there is still a chance now to bring it back.
Yeah, they went down to the first round. They went down in the first game this evening.
Yeah.
And they're determined to prove to themselves and to us that they've got what it takes to win this.
They deserve to be in the final.
They definitely do.
It's
we're seeing another instance of the grenade launchers.
I mean, the army pulled back a point there, so maybe this is the start where they go, no, come on, we've got this.
It'd be interesting to see if they can learn off a 5-3 car.
I mean, Gibbo peeked his head there, but you know, thankfully he didn't get killed.
They're both going to be used now as a bit of a decoy or a probing tool. Since he's on the lower health, Kieran's more likely to win a gunfight.
Yeah.
Well, not anymore. He was. As both of the army guys are low health, Levi fallen as well.
Army are working very strong, bringing the last 2 rounds to a win.
Yeah, they've changed their playstyle a lot from the first round.
It's working though.
Yeah, it's working to their advantage.
They're not leaving it too late before they switch their gameplay. You know, they've got a chance to bring us back. Yeah,
they've realised early on that they've got to up the game, change the way they play a bit.
Yeah.
And
Jamming got taken out very quickly then.
Right.
Definitely. I've noticed that actually. It's just Gibbo v Levi.
That comes out top. The naughty little place there.
3-3.
Barely exposing himself. Even if Levi there was looking at him, not a lot of them forever.
No, there isn't. It is a hard map to play. You know, there's you can get around the back of them so easily.
It's a very, very complex map.
Gibbo and Kieran are proving their worth again.
Gold and Gibbo changing around with the revolver there. The Army boys are pulling it back. They're pulling it back. We spoke about this. They've adapted their playstyle. They've realised that they need to change the game plan, and they've done it.
Maybe the Maritime will do the same in the next round. Maybe they've got a little bit scared now. I'm thinking actually.
Yeah, Levi mounting up before throwing that Molotov. Getting a shot off on Gibbo, but not quite enough to take his health all the way down.
No, I mean he's hurt, and I don't think it would take much more for him to
maybe a slap from a wet sock would have been the thing for Gibbo there.
There we go. So it's Levi and Kieran left.
Levi rechambering. Narrowly missing
He knows
Kieran.
he's there.
Amazing game sense and map awareness there from Kieran.
Yep.
Using
that lorry as an advantage.
Such a small area.
I mean, I would be gutted if that was me. If I was on the receiving end of that one through that lorry, I'd be gutted.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
Could be match point now, though. Could the Army take it?
Yeah, if they have, that'd mean they've won 6 rounds in a row.
I mean, Gibbo saw that Jamming was there, but he jumped down. But Jamming did exactly the same.
Yeah, he's turned his back to him.
That might not be a wise move.
They're making advantage of that. They've done it. They've managed to win the 6 rounds that they needed to come out on top.
So it looks like it's the Army v the Wrath Reapers.
It does look like that indeed.
So I mean, it was a good game by the Navy. You know, it was very well played.
Yeah, very well played by Maritime eSports. Although Jam and Joel getting two kills in that game, he was definitely looking for a bit more.
Yeah.
No doubt he'll be disappointed with the result, but he can say he's in the top 3 teams that were in this championship, and that's something to be proud of no matter what.
Yes, definitely.
100%. Making the finals, we've got the RAF team, the Reapers, as they're known, the Army eSports, Kieran and Gibbo duo. They're going to be heading into the finals.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations to both teams. And I'm informed it'll be a best of 5 for this last, so 3 wins, yes. 3 rounds they must win in order to take the victory. Are we about to see a 1-for-1, round for round, all the way up until the last game?
I think there is a potential. You know,
it'd be
we've got strong players on the RAF side going up against you Army lot.
I couldn't agree more. It's the same teams, same rosters as it was for the first match. So the Army going to be looking for revenge. I can't put it any other way than that.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to it.
It's going to prove an exciting game.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll see you in the final.
We will. Just after this break, imminently.
We are part of a unique regiment.
We're always prepared.
We train hard to do a special role.
But we might not be who you think we are.
We are the force that protects the force.
We are the RAF regiment.
But don't get us wrong.
We've all got something we're good at.
And you might have some of the skills we need.
Maybe you can see things that others can't.
And if you don't mind working late,
or standing around. Maybe you've got what it takes to be an RAF Regiment gunner.
Find your force in the RAF.
And welcome back. I hope you really enjoyed that gameplay there. It was very, very close, wasn't it?
It was literally so close.
So close. But in the end, Gibbo and Kieran, who are representing for the Army team, eSports team, took it away. Very close once again. But yeah, well done for winning.
Well done. And now onto the grand final, what we've all been waiting for. This will be played a little different. So this is going to be out of the best of 5 games. So Samurai and Bobby, representing RAF, will be going against last game's winners, Gibbo and Kieran, who are representing the Army. So good luck, guys.
This is it.
Just kill it, and we can't wait to see who wins.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Match. We've got James back in, casting with us here.
Mate, it's going to be a great game. The Army really showed up after the first round where they struggled against the Reapers. The Reapers have obviously been really strong all throughout the tournament, and unfortunately our Maritime boys had to go home in the last round. But
yeah, still top 3, massive accreditation, accolade.
Yeah, definitely. The boys are really excited, and I think it all literally just came down to experience in tournaments in that one. I think the gunfights were relatively even matched all the way out. And the Army guys really stepped up after their first game and just showed that experience in tournaments, you can lose a game and still come back to be in the final.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. And coming back to face the team that they went out against in the first heat.
Yeah, definitely. I think at the minute though, as much as it pains me to say it, I do think that the Reapers have got the edge here.
I can agree with you more actually.
Yeah, they've come off a fantastic win. They've had a nice little break. Chilled out, probably got himself a cup of tea or something like that, and now they'll be ready, hyped. The Army guys have just come off a really tough match with Maritime and played quite a long set of rounds, really. They were all quite contested.
Even longer this time, as this round is best of 5. So maybe if they do go down, like they did in the first, they've got ample time to recover and to adapt the playstyle even more and on coming out on top.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a situation you want to be in. Is that first round sort of pivotal, isn't it? You want to be winning that first round, and then if you're looking at it's going to be really difficult to come back, especially if you go down the second round.
Yeah, 2-0 down isn't a place you want to be in a best of 5 match.
No, absolutely not. You at least want to be going into round 3 at 1-1, and that gives you sort of that. You might have favoured maps in the second half.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll have to wait and see what happens.
Be interesting to see the knowledge now. As we jump into the first match, the knowledge difference of each of these maps, because I don't think they'll have played each other. Crossbows coming out, interesting to see. A lot of arrow drop or bullet lag.
Yeah, there's a couple of missed shots early on. I mean, with the crossbows, it's unfortunate because
a throwing knife.
Oh, nice! That's from Samurai there. That's only the second or third knife we've seen in this whole tournament.
Yeah, it's a shame we couldn't catch that on the camera, but no doubt it was a brilliant shot. Both teams either end of the map still.
It's always interesting because they've got the thermite tips on these now. So if you do miss and you accidentally walk through, you're going to end up losing quite a bit of health just from the burn.
Is it not explosions anymore?
No, so they've got this. I believe there's 3 different sorts of tips that you can get on this at the minute. You've got the gas tips, the thermite tips, and you've got the explosive tips, but they never really seem to come around much.
I'm getting a bad feeling. So you've seen this before.
I mean,
seen this
again,
2-0 down for the RAF taking the upper edge.
It's Bobby with a pistol, isn't it? He's just flying around everywhere, just jumping around, flying around with a pistol.
Definitely got the advantage with the mobility.
And your momentum, if you get a throwing knife kill, it just gets you so hyped, and you literally, it just carries you. But again, both the army guys have stuck together there, which is normally a relatively viable tactic. But they've literally let Samurai come straight through the middle.
It's an interesting attempt at a grenade to bank it off of that wooden sort of fence panel.
Yeah, well, it pays off, and you're laughing, aren't you? But obviously, as you saw there, Samurai got a little bit unstuck with that grenade.
Yeah, of course. Holding onto one of them grenades leaves your main weapon down and out of action for at least 500 milliseconds.
Yeah, and the thing is you take big damage from grenades, even if they're only they just have to be in the same room as you, and it's literally that 20 seconds that you've been hit from that you're gonna think, oh, hang on, what do I want to do here? And you need to be calling to your teammates to come and support you.
The army managed to pull one back, capturing the overtime flag, making the use of their manned advantage in the last round. It just shows how much it helps getting that first blood and leaving the other team a man short.
It means you can relax. I say relax in the loosest term. You get that first blood, and it just means that you don't have to be as aggressive. You can sort of watch the overtime flag. You can play your man advantage, which, again, the army seems to be doing really well.
That was an excellent little clean up there by Kieran. Narrowly getting the top of his head before he jumps down into the little gutter.
Advantage of sprays with the shotgun, isn't it?
Yeah. Although I thought I saw a slug round pop out of one of them.
I don't know. It's difficult. You still get a little bit of spray with them, but they just seem to fly for about 7 miles across the map.
Brilliant stuff. We've seen a lot of Molotovs being thrown throughout these games.
Yeah, I mean, Molotovs, again, massive advantage, aren't they? You can't stand still. You can't stay in the positions that you want to, where you want to hold angles. You know, COD's becoming a lot more like CS:GO. You know, you're holding angles and you're looking at things. It's a lot more tactical than it used to be. You know, like you were saying earlier, where you can run around Modern Warfare 2 with a sniper rifle. You can't really get away with that as much on these maps.
No, definitely not. Especially with the implementation of the attachments affecting the aim down sight speed, and rather than the perks.
Yeah, definitely.
Revolutionary idea.
Yeah, instead of just having to have your sleight of hand to make you aim a little bit quicker, you know, you're balancing off the amount of rounds you can get. That's again the Molotov there for the win.
Yeah.
But it balances out the amount of rounds you can get down range with the time spent obviously aiming down sight. I like playing with the AUG in Warzone or in 5v5.
Yeah.
But I like the 60 round mag, but it takes so long.
Yeah,
it takes so long to aim down sight.
Shapes your play style more now than it did before. With what attachments you run.
Yeah, I've gone more for an MP5 loadout now, with the guys there persuading me to come off the AUG a little bit, because obviously I'm slower down the sights.
Yeah, I've been given tips from both Kieran and Gibbo about my MP5 class. Gibbo wasn't too happy that I was running a 45 round magazine.
Well,
I just can't hit anyone otherwise. I run out of bullets.
It's good. It's good to say if you hit people, but if you don't, then you need the extra rounds.
Yeah,
You've got Bobby again with a pistol again here, and he just knows exactly where Kieran was, and he was just hunting them, wasn't he?
Bobby's absolutely slaying with the pistols today.
He just doesn't miss.
Against him with a submachine gun, let alone pistol.
He just doesn't miss. He's hitting someone somewhere on the body, which is obviously giving your partner loads of information that he's hurt.
Interesting. Throwing knives are out again. Kieran, big fan of throwing knives. I think he's got 4 or 5 kills with this so far throughout the tournament, both days.
And again, it's those lines of sight, isn't it? Oh, he's just got another one.
He's got another one.
Just
That's
got another
amazing.
one on Samurai.
No doubt he'll be screaming.
And again, it's that confidence. Then you've just hit someone with a throwing knife. Your partner's already engaging the other person. Even if Bobby survives that first gunfight there, you've got Kieran coming straight round the back, and that's it.
Amped.
Yeah. No,
YouTube's coming out again.
Taking lessons from Maritime, I think.
Well, that's the thing. You live and you learn. You play against other teams. You see what they're using, and you see what you're weak against, and you can adapt to it.
Yeah, and once you know the routes of where people are running and everything like that, like that's what you say with Kieran and Samurai were both looking just at the top of the stairs for them throwing knives. And it's the same when you come to the noob tubes, isn't it? You know that you don't have that 5 seconds of non-explosion.
Yeah.
So you know that you can only go two ways on these maps. So firing one down, again, there you go. Kieran's gone for another one down there, hasn't he?
Yes. It's a very high possibility of tagging and getting some damage.
Yeah, and that's what it's about. Even if you play a slow round here and then you both end up capturing a flag, or it goes further in a 2v2, you've got the health advantage straight away.
Yeah. Any slither of damage taken could mean a different result in the end of the round.
And it's interesting as well here with the RAF guys. So they were really aggressive in the first round with this FAMAS. And then they've slow played this round, which didn't work as well as them for the last round.
Brilliant gunplay there by Gibbo.
Absolutely brilliant, yeah.
I was going to mention how the FAMAS is more of a slow play type weapon. It's not as forgiving as some of the others due to the burst fire, but his accuracy is completely... He's outplayed himself there.
Yeah, definitely. It's you get them. You aim at someone's chest, and you're getting a shot in the head at least. You're absolutely rattling someone, so that they're not going to keep coming at you.
We've got the explosive tips out now on the crossbow.
And again, you saw Samurai come straight up that path and was looking for that throwing knife straight away as well, and then realised he'd got an explosive tip and went with the crossbow instead.
No doubt I'll be wanting to get revenge on Kieran for that earlier incident with the throwing knives. Might get the chance now.
I mean, Bobby's missed a couple of shots with a pistol there, and then you managed to get on the flag, and that's just a little bit of a... Oh, no, you actually shot him. I thought you got on the flag.
Brilliant accuracy there from Gibbo again. Imagine to get the arrow straight through his head and no explosion needed.
No.
Bringing the end of the score for the first of best of 5. 1-0 to the Army.
Exactly.
Not a score we thought we would have seen, though, based on the first game.
No, but we turned around and said that the Army, they're patient. They went a couple of rounds down, and then they came back. They're very collected. I don't say the RAF team, they're working phenomenally well. But nothing really seemed to go right from that round. You know, the throwing knives coming over, and then Kieran's getting the throwing knife kill over Samurai a couple of times there when they've both gone for it. That just throws the round in your favour straight away.
Yeah, definitely. Especially with the throwing knives, you can see them coming. You can't always get out of the way. I find myself sat there with my controller. I'm going like that, but I'm not actually moving. Not moving the controller.
It's like a moth to a light, isn't it? You just start watching it and go, oh, that's coming straight for me there.
Yeah. General Shepherd. Getting vibes from him now.
No, it'd be interesting. It'd be interesting to see how the RAF guys react to this. I mean, obviously you saw in the first round that the Army went up the Maritime in the last game. Sorry, Maritime were really collected, brought it back in Rust. Obviously a favoured map of theirs. Third round again went a couple of rounds up, and then the Army pulled it back. It'll be interesting to see how the RAF react to it.
Switch up of the maps as well. Going into the second game, this is one of the maps that Kieran and Gibbo played twice against the same opponents due to connection issues previously, and they won both times. So they'll be super confident coming to this round. Yeah,
and it's good to come off that. They've just had that win there, and then they're coming on to this. But I mean, there's kills getting traded everywhere here.
Yeah, they've got that victory for the first round under their belt, but they're not losing their composure.
But as was said in the last game, I think it was, it's sometimes it's a little bit of overconfidence as well.
Yeah, but definitely.
If the Reapers can get collected for this round, you're going into the third game with 1-1. You're laughing. With quite a dominant Army team here. You're looking at they've just come off couple of big wins, and I've got a point to prove against the Reapers. So
yeah, they know they're the team to beat, and they know that they should have beat them in the first round.
Yeah, I mean, I think that came down to just skill with a couple of weapons. You know, Bobby, you're always fortunate when you've got that pistol as a second round and as a secondary gun. And Bobby in that first game just wasn't missing with his pistol.
Take a moment to appreciate the accuracy there. Samurai, firing 2 shots, getting 2 kills.
And the shotgun from across the map as well.
That's the sort of level of skill we're seeing here. And it's next to no room for error.
And it's there, like Kieran missed a couple of shots on Bobby, and that's it. All these guys are so super accurate, and it's really hard to separate them. It's literally, like I was saying to you in the last game, that first bullet goes off, you get that hit and you stick on it.
Yeah, we're seeing headshots left, right and centre.
And again, it's a quick engagement. They're not long, prolonged battles. They're just firing straight through them, basically.
Gibbo, though, realising that he's been spotted from the left-hand side and immediately bunny hopping just to throw the aim off. A tactic we've talked about before, but it's really coming into its own in these higher level matches.
Yeah, I mean, when you know that your accuracy is on that much of a point, you'll be aiming at the head or neck all the time. So jumping, sliding, anything like that makes it more difficult to hit you, basically. And especially if you're holding your aim at their head height and they're not moving, you know, you're pulling off. Again, you see them all. They're jumping or crouching whenever they shoot. Every time there's an engagement, they're jumping or crouching. Both of them there, both jumps.
Jumping simultaneously, not affecting the aim as much.
And
I wonder if one of them had gone to ground, it would have been a different story.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are playing with insane sensitivity as well. And to play at that sensitivity and be that accurate is ridiculous. I play a slightly lower sensitivity, and it works for me. Obviously, close engagements don't tend to work as well for me.
No, give us some numbers. What's your sensitivities usually at?
Well, I don't want to talk about it. People will start laughing at me.
Okay. Me personally, let's play the higher or lower game. I go for a 7, just because I've not adapted to using the high sensitivity yet.
So
that's been suggested to me.
I play lower.
Yeah.
It's the mixture of games that I play that means that I'm changing sensitivities. You know, I'm changing inputs, mouse and keyboard controller. Yeah. So I've not mastered COD. I've not mastered COD on either controller or mouse and keyboard, but I've not managed to just quite get the movement and shooting right on my balance on my mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, these guys have found their rhythm very quickly though.
Yeah, definitely, and it's going to be difficult for the RAF guys here coming back. It's obviously a favoured map, as you've said, of Gibbo and Kieran, where they've won the 2 matches on this previously.
Yeah, they're definitely showing it, as you can see from the scoreline.
Yeah, and it's strange because it's completely different from the first round when these guys played together. Obviously, all the confidence was with all the RAF guys, but when they're getting these early picks, the RAF are performing. It's not that they're not performing anyway, but they seem a lot more confident with early tags, whereas the Army guys are happy to play for the long game like that.
Yeah, and it's worked very well. Shaking his head there, Kieran, Bobby. A little bit of banter being thrown about in game, but that's what the emotes are there for.
Yeah, definitely. And you see there as well the kills with, I think it was Bobby only picking up 1 kill in that last round. And you said about the disparity. You need both partners to be equally working here. And the Army have been balanced through the last 3 games that they've played. Obviously didn't perform as well against the Reapers the first time round.
No, but they were consistent.
Yeah, and now they're still being consistent, and they're just having that little bit of I'd say the Reapers are having a little bit of a wobble, but we'll see how the third map plays out. Be interesting to see him come back.
Not only the consistency of the Reapers, but the consistency of the Army players overall. They've, like you said, there's not much disparity in the kills.
No,
that's
in all the
something
games,
that you see if they have a bad game, it won't be one person getting all the kills and one person not. They'll both have a bad game because they'll be outplayed or they won't adapt early enough to the change of climate.
Yeah, and you can see that they're both hunting constantly, but they're both smart. I'd say at the minute they've been a little bit of a smarter team. They're not re-peaking somewhere that they've already been shot, and I think that's at the minute where the Reapers are just struggling a little bit. They, like you say, when he peeked around the tyre, knowing that he'd been seen, and then he jumped around again straight afterwards.
Yeah, no doubt that Kieran and Gibber have the advantage of the knowledge from playing in the CDL. All set a lot.
Exactly. Playing together, and I mean, I don't know. Something here. They just bamboozled them there. Hiding behind pillars is a viable strategy.
We've seen repeats of the maps that we played earlier with them. And Kieran Gibbo showing that, you can't do that to us a second time.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to look at this. I mean, they went. Did they go 3 rounds down, didn't they, against Maritime on this?
They did.
Pulled it back. But having said that, the Reapers, the first time they played them in this, they went 4-2 down, I believe, and then came back to win in this section when they played them 2 games ago.
Yeah, well, both sides fighting talk, going on in the form of the gun battles, and they're level peggings in this third match. Let's not forget that the Army guys, they can take the win. They can win this whole tournament in this match.
Yeah, definitely, and that's something they'll be going through their minds. They'll definitely be hyped about it. They'll be going. They'll probably be playing. I don't think they'll play any different to how they have been playing, because they've been playing really well and consistently. But you can see that both teams now are sticking together a little bit more, looking for that trade-off. You're looking to engage 1-on-1 or 2-on-1, sorry. And if you lose, you've got your mate there just to get the kill straight in again.
Guys run straight into that Molotov. He's trapped in this section of the map.
And in COD as well, you know that someone's there because you'll get the flame notification.
Oh my goodness, Gibbo coming in clutch with the accuracy, proving that 2-on-1 is never going to be a match for him.
I think that's the 3rd time he's managed to do that in this game as well with 2-on-1s. He's so calm and collected when he's playing. He's not panicking. It's probably his extremely good headset that he's got.
I don't think he's ever said a word that was louder than a whisper during that. He's not one to lose his composure and raise his voice. He just does all his talking through his thumbs.
Definitely, and you can see that, like you were saying in the last round, headsets make such a difference in this game.
Definitely. Myself, I use headset that covers your ears entirely, trapping all of the vibrations from the speakers to provide the bass. And if someone's running along a wood floor, you can feel that they're running along a wood floor. You know where they're running through. If there's a specific part of the map that's got, say, corrugated metal, you can tell where they are just from hearing their footsteps.
Yeah, definitely, and the value of a good headset is next to none. I'd say that your headset's probably got to be one of the first things you get when you're looking at playing it, especially at the level these guys are. You can get away with a little bit of an original controller or something maybe.
Yeah, we've seen some of the players adapting the claw style, wrapping the index finger around to press the buttons on the gamepad.
Yeah, something I've never managed to master myself. It just seems like too much effort. I just hold the controller normally.
Yeah, my fingers wouldn't bend that way.
But the RAF are doing really well here. They've managed to pull this back to 3-all.
Yeah, can't take any credit away from them. They're pulling out ahead.
Gibbo can't pull out the 2-on-1 there, unfortunately for him.
AK-47 with a bipod, it seems. Sort of replicating an RPK style.
Yeah, I think it's got the drum rounds on it as well, which means that literally in these 2v2s, you've got 75 rounds. You shouldn't really have to be reloading at all.
No. The Samurai doesn't pull off the 2v1. Left a bit wondering where they were.
Yeah, the Army have just put them in check now, and they've gone, all right, we've given you a couple of rounds, we're going to have you back now and just shut you down at source. And again, early engagement. Kieran took that early engagement, and it's obviously helped him there. You've got one guy at the back not knowing what's going on.
Interesting to see the weapons used at the moment. We've got long range and we've got very short range. Interesting. Gibbo, going for the no scope.
I think I don't know if it was Kieran or if it was Samurai then.
It was a Samurai.
It was Samurai, yeah. I think he got a bit confused between his marksman rifle and his shotgun.
Yeah, easy thing to do though. They are very similar looking.
Yeah.
Just not too familiar with his classes that he's set up.
There you go. That's a nice jump shot around the corner. And again, you've been talking about that with the jump shots and the slides. Once you've got that down, you know where someone is. You're checking your corners. You're laughing.
Yeah, especially if there's a method called cammering that a lot of the pro players use, and it's where you have someone that's aiming at where you are, aiming close to the corner, like you'll see on some of these. The door, they'll be aiming at the arch of the door, and the other character will jump out and completely skip over the sights of the player, and it will force the player's aim assist to just lose its mind.
Yeah, so I'm not too sure with aim assist how it works in this because I'm not 100% familiar with it, but I know that there are some tactics.
We've got a final score there of 6-3, 6-4.
6-4. So obviously we're going to a fourth round now, which would be good.
We'd like to see that. The RF aren't going to go out without a fight.
No, they've settled themselves. They came back really well in that. They went a couple of rounds down again, and then they've shown why they won that first game. You know, that they've come in strong, they've finished strong, won all their 50-50 gun battles, and they, you know, you're going to hope that they carry on that to the next round, and that we take it to round 5. That's what you want from a final, isn't it? Is everything.
Yeah, we want a lot of action. We want, if possible, to go to the last game, although I'm not sure that the Army will let that happen. The RF determined to prove that they've got what it takes.
Yeah, I mean, you can't count them out. Obviously, the first game of the night, everyone sort of expects Kieran and I can't remember his name now. Sorry, Gibbo.
Yeah,
sorry.
That's fine.
To be coming out with the win there, and then they didn't. So you've sort of shocked you, but it's how you bounce back from it, isn't it?
Yeah, they've done very well to regain their composure. Will we see a Army victory in this next match? It's Rust. They've already fallen to Rust.
Yeah, so you're going to look at that as well. They've fallen twice to Rust, the Army boys now, haven't they?
Yeah.
They lost to Bobby and Samurai in the first round on Rust.
Yep.
And then obviously lost to Maritime. Oh, well, there's no messing around there.
No. It seems to have upped their game and definitely caught on to some of the tactics that they were using in the first game.
Yeah, it's again, you're looking at everyone's split really far from each other. Now, it's great, and obviously you don't want one clip taking both of you out, but you're not really in any position at the minute to help your oppo out.
It's all well and good getting the ground coverage, but if you haven't got the men in between, it's not really going to work for you.
No, and they know where Bobby is now, and it'll be interesting to see if Gibbo plays Bobby, and if, you can see there that Kieran's just sat back towards the flag, just watching that area, because he knows that he's got to cap it.
Yeah, Gibbo almost toying with them. Bobby taking a large majority of his health and taking the fall there. We've seen Gibbo fall off that in the previous round, taking his life and ultimately giving up the round.
Yeah, I think he's gone for the 360 no-scope, hasn't he, at the end there to finish it off.
Maybe.
And not realise there's two people there instead of just one.
Speaking of the iconic movements and weapons, the Eagles.
Are
you a fan?
I am when it goes right for you.
Yeah.
It doesn't always go right for you though, does it?
Yeah, the Eagles and the revolvers, you hit and miss. Mostly miss myself. But especially with trigger delay. Some people find the trigger delay on the revolvers, as there would be. I'm finding with the Beagle as well, the rate of fire, cycle rate's too slow for them.
Yeah, I mean, I prefer the Deagle to the revolver, but you're looking at I don't run it enough to worry about it.
Yeah.
In the grand scheme of things, switching to your secondary, whilst it happens, you're probably better off with the USP or something like that. The quicker fire rate you can get off it.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. Proving that they're not going to go down without a fight, the RAF brought out the tactics, the plays, they're pulling the rounds back.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about weapon choices, isn't it? And I mean, I know you don't get to choose them in gun battles, so that evens your playing field there. You've got
a nice little grenade there by Gibbo. Not seen much utilisation of the grenades, explosives side of things.
Yeah, it's a hard one, isn't it? You're trying to balance up and try and use as much as you can to your advantage. And there you go. You've got Gibbo coming straight to the top here. He's just going to try and get as much vision and give as much information to Kieran as he can. Oh, Kieran spotted him.
They've exchanged as well.
That's great from Bobby.
Supreme accuracy. Absolute delight to watch.
And I think
Bobby with the
Gibbo
pistol.
just touched the flag there just to make Bobby panic a little bit.
It worked. Gibbo's little tactic worked.
And again,
forcing Bobby to get on the flag.
Those couple of missed shots were what cost him. Well, obviously, Bobby's normally been very consistent with his pistol shots. And he just missed a couple of deagle shots there.
Gibbo doing well to put him under pressure and force him to make an error. Is this the M13 or MK14? Getting them mixed up.
I think it's the M13.
Okay, we've got a single fire.
Oh, there you go.
Which seems to be favoured by the RAF, the Reapers there.
It's an absolutely spot on weapon, but the thing is, again, so 2v2, great, because there's not. It's a lot of speed, but there's not a lot going on. You know that there's only two guys you're fighting against. In 5v5, you've got people shooting you from everywhere.
Yeah. Of course, the recoil, if you're not mounted, it can be quite unforgiving.
Yeah, I mean, again, you're in a situation here where you've both got single shot, both same recoil, so you're sort of looking like you're going to be relatively all right. And I think Samurai's going to walk around into an execution around that corner there.
Yeah. Another thing that's been thrown around, whispered from the woods, as it were. We know that some of these guys, they love to put on a show for us, and they're hoping to finish the round. They're hoping to get the win with an execution, a finishing move.
Wow.
Do you think that it'd be possible, given the fact they have no dead silence, they've got two enemies, and
I mean, so
no distractions really?
To me, the only way that you manage to pull off an execution is if you go 5-5 and it's one guy each, and you've agreed before this. I think no one's going to want to lose this.
No, definitely not.
And I mean, if you go for an execution, it's absolutely necky, and you're going to be, everybody's going to be howling about it, and it's going to what everyone remembers us for.
It'd be like winning two belts.
Yeah, definitely. But I think with like you say, with no dead silence, no choice of weapons, and the time of the rounds, I don't think we're going to be able to realistically see an execution tonight. We haven't even seen anyone close enough for rifle butts and things yet.
No, of course, only one rifle butt being used previously, not actually connecting though, in yesterday's matches with the Reapers. I believe that was Bobby as well though. Bobby managing to get up close and personal.
Yeah, I mean, I think we had a couple of accidental trigger presses from one of the maritime teams yesterday. He got someone with it, but then the second time, I think the third time he tried it, it was just a nothing.
Yeah, too late.
So, but this is coming tight.
Yeah, 4-4.
The Reapers are pulling it back again. It's the weapon choices seem to be favouring the Reapers a little bit more here.
We're seeing we're 2-1. Army are 2-1 up in the grand scheme of things, and the Reapers need to win this if they have a hope. If they want to maintain that hope of winning the title.
Oh, Samurai and Gibbo there trading a little bit as they're up top.
I'm extremely surprised Samurai managed to survive that fall.
Yeah, so am I.
I didn't think he was going to make it there.
You've got Kieran trapped at the back now. Now, if they work together here and push at the same time,
Kieran with little health as well.
Yeah, he's been
utilization of a
tagged
flash
up.
grenade.
Been tagged up by Bobby, but they're too separated. Well, it's a good trade-off. A great trade-off, actually.
Very well done. Well played there. By the Reapers Bobby managing to get up on the high gun and make Kieran's cover more or less useless.
Yeah, and then what they did there is they put themselves in a really good position as well for the flag.
Yeah, forgetting about the flag.
Yeah, if the flag comes up, they're in a really good position. Bobby's getting really tagged up here.
Yeah,
the army seems to be really good, really quick movements on the lines of sight, like we were saying about the new tubes earlier. They're good at getting them lines of sight on people, and Kieran knows exactly where he is there. Samurai's down to literally nothing with two army guys left hunting him.
Kieran sticking in his place as he's got the backup of Gibbo. Samurai on low health, who's already tagged before.
I mean, again, Kieran's held a good line of sight there all the way down, so you can see that he's coming towards the flag. I'd say that just
see Samurai get this game off.
Commentator's curse.
Gibbo the other side.
Gibbo's good. Yeah, Gibbo
under pressure.
Gibbo's
won.
Again. He's done the same again. He knows he's coming in, and he's got to take that.
5v5.
Is this one of the first 5v5 games we've seen?
I think this is the final round, 5v5. 5-5 scoreline. I'm really hoping that the RAF can get this because I want to see that last game.
Yeah, so do I. I think it'd be great. And it'll be good for the tournament as well to have seen that everyone's progressed so much. The games at the start were going so quickly. They were 6-0, 6-1. You know, I think the most we saw in the really first round was 6-2. And Samurai's got an early pick on Gibbo there, which would be interesting because Kieran's up high, so he's got all the advantage, apart from the fact he's not got a teammate.
Yeah. Kieran left out on his own. I'm not sure if they know where Kieran is. Samurai being taken out by Kieran. Bobby getting a few shots off on Kieran. Kieran on the lower health. Bobby still with all of his health remaining.
Bobby doesn't need to rush this.
Dancing around the middle.
He just needs to slow play this and learn. Yeah, there you go. Look, see, he's got that health advantage, and we're going to a final game.
That is. It's going to be good. I'm really enjoying sitting there. I almost sort of want to kick back and watch, but it's hard to take my eyes off the screen.
Well, both teams there. Look, so 6 kills and 7 kills for the other player. Again, you've seen the Reapers pulling even kills there instead of when Bobby had his bad game a couple of games ago.
Yeah, no, it's
and
really
all of a
good
sudden, everything's even. Both teams 15 kills. It's just that's not wrong. That's completely bad maths.
I wasn't going to correct
kills. And they've managed to pull out a win.
Yeah, very good play, very good games from both there, bringing us to one of our only 5 lives. Before we head to the final round, we're going to cut to a quick ad break, and we hope to see you on the other side.
مهنة محلل استخبارات باللغوي ليست مهنة عادية. فنحن أصحاب هذه المهنة نمثل الآذان الصاغية التي تحافظ على أمننا جميعا. تتطلب هذه المهنة تركيزاً ووقتاً ومثابرة. أصبحت شخصاً لم أظن مطلقاً أن أكونه يوماً ما. الأمر أكبر من مجرد الاستماع، إذ يتعلق بالثقافات التي ستتفاعل معها ووجهات النظر التي ستكونها. تقاضيت أجراً للتحول من شخص ليس لديه خبرة إلى ما أنا عليه الآن خلال 18 شهراً فقط. وفي الوقت الحالي استخدم هذه اللغة لأساعد في اتخاذ القرارات التي تنقذ الأرواح في أقل من الثانية لتكون الغلبة لنا.
So, does this sound like an ordinary job to you?
So you like figuring stuff out?
Huh?
Come on. So, reckon you can solve this? You cracked it yet?
Yeah.
All right, clever clogs. Can you get all this done? Whoa!
Sorry.
Easy. Let's see what else you got. Are you any good at listening? Then get a load of this. Sorry.
¿Qué vas a hacer al respecto? Y ahora...
Can you hear that?
Yeah. Or maybe you're more her. She's bossing it.
Maybe 2 more over here. Everyone take their seats.
Okay, you got that down, but maybe you're more protective. Try protecting space.
Possible satellite breakup. Get me to Space Operations Center. Copy.
Or maybe you're more chill. Chill enough to fly that?
Me? Fly that thing?
No, this thing.
Everyone's got that one thing they were born to do. Find your force in the RAF.
Hi there guys, welcome back. We've got with us Keely from the RAF side of things, the Reapers mascot almost, get back into action.
Yep.
Back in for the final game.
So
We're going to
intense.
keep you away.
That's crazy.
No, it has been a brilliant series so far. The RAF, of course, pulling back the 2 maps, they beat the army on showing their consistency.
Yes.
From the first round onwards.
Yeah, it's you know, like the RAF are proving their worth. You know, giving the army a run for their money, and we got you.
Fight and talk, fight and talk. Yet to see the final map. Of course, the players know what they're going to be using, but we'll see who has the advantage. They haven't played each other on it yet, I don't think.
No, I don't think they have. It's not a map we've seen so far either, is it? We've never got this far down.
Yeah, let's have a quick look at some of the games we've already seen today. We got the upper bracket final, which was the Army and the RAF that are playing, same teams that are playing now. And Reapers, they just dominated. Sort of put the Army to shame a little bit.
But the army came back strong. They did come back strong. You know, I think they analysed what the RAF were doing, and the RAF have now had to quickly adapt and say, we need to change our gameplay. They know us. So, it's good.
Yeah. Ultimately, Army's shown that they're dominant in the other maps to begin with, and the RAF clawing back. It's really hard to do claw back from a 2-0 defeat. And they've clawed it back to 4-4. 2-2.
Yeah, I think if it had been any other sort of, you know, if it was just a friendly and not something like this, you know, it could be a potential where they would have just thrown in the towel and gone, we've lost. But the RAF don't back down like that.
No, they're showing that they've got the drive. They're keeping their heads up, and they're willing to give it their all to get the infamous title.
So good luck to you.
First winners of the AF22, the Armed Forces 2-2 competition. I really hope we can see some more this kind of action in the future.
Definitely.
No doubt that teams will want to be coming back and facing off against each other again.
I was going to say, because I think whoever comes second, they're going to go, no, rematch, I want it again. Let's do it all again.
Definitely. I know I would if I fell short.
Definitely want them bragging rights, though. Definitely.
100%. That's something you can throw about at work, throw about online.
Yes, yeah. You know, we're all very proud of our Reapers, as I'm sure you are of the Army as well.
Definitely. Here we go. Kicked off on Isle 9 again, which was the map that sent Kieran and Gibbo through into the finals that we're seeing now.
Yeah, Sam's moving around a lot. He's not staying in the same position. He's making sure they can't get a handle of him. But they're both hanging back. Someone's going to have to push.
Doing very well with the... actually, he's got the auto-tactical sprint
in
his options. Very good to have, especially when you need that short burst of speed.
Definitely.
Flick the analog stick in several times before you get that speed boost.
The overtime flag's there. Who's going to take it, though?
Kieran's fallen short, and so have Gibbo.
RAF take that first round.
RAF taking the first round, as I hate to admit. I feel like it's going to get a bit heated in here.
It could potentially, yeah. especially if we end up with a 5-5 and it's all down to that last round again.
It was brilliant to see that in the last game.
It would. A very well skill matched, these two pairs. You know, it's a true fight.
I'd expect nothing less from the best of the Reapers and the best of the army.
Yeah. Sam and Gibbo taken.
Yeah. So we've just got Kieran and Bobby left. Kieran's going to take it for the army in that round.
Well done.
Round for round.
You never know, do you?
No. Although it seems that they've both got really good map awareness. And tactics for countering the opponent's movement.
I mean, have the army been practicing daily? Have they, you know?
I can only assume that they've been practicing this for the past 2-3 weeks. Leading up
preparation.
Leading up to this. Can't say there'd be ones to sit back and just let it happen.
Gibbo's the first to take out Bobby, leaving Sam on his own. I'm
extremely impressed at the amount of headshots that we're seeing.
Definitely, it's a skill.
Great display of accuracy as well. Although I can't say that one was a bit of hit fire at the end there. The Samurai's movements is a bit too fast for Kieran to stay aimed down sights.
Definitely, you know they're very quick on their feet, making sure they can't get the aim down on them. But unfortunately, the RAF weren't quite long enough. Then they seem to be sticking together a little bit more now.
Yeah, sticking together, proving to be good in some scenarios. But can lay fault when there's explosives involved.
Yeah, it's a hard one, especially on such a close quarter map. You know, I think definitely sticking together when there's two of you, v1 is an advantage.
Yeah.
Sam's taken out.
2v1 situation now. We'll have to see how they react. Bobby's getting an awesome shot off there against Kieran. Yeah. And again on Gibbo.
2-2.
Got to take my hat off to that. That was an amazing gunplay there.
Definitely. It's like as soon as you peek and just see it, he's got that aim on.
Gibbo, in hindsight, probably shouldn't have popped up in the same spot he went down.
No, he should have moved. He should have slid away. You know, and the Reapers wouldn't have had that advantage then. You know, it worked in our favour though.
Yeah, I agree with you more there. The Reapers proven that we've beaten you once, we can do it again.
Yep, and I hope the Reapers do. You know, I wish you guys all the best of luck. But
oh yeah, it's looking promising for them.
It is. It is very much going round for round at the moment.
Shotguns and pistols, of course. Bobby is a wizard with a pistol.
Yes, definitely.
And Gibbo's doing okay. Not sure he's performing to the best of his ability quite yet. I'm not seeing any two-on-ones against Gibbo that haven't gone his way.
I mean, yeah, see there again. It didn't go his way, did it?
No,
and the Reapers took it.
Reapers are dominating this at the moment.
Yep. He had one from either side. He stood no chance there.
Yeah, good swap of weapons by Bobby. Getting up close and personal with the Origin shotgun. We've got the crossbows back. Interesting to see what tip we got on these ones.
I only unlocked the crossbow to prove a point I could unlock it, and then that was it for me.
I don't think I've even bothered yet.
Have these ones got the explosive bolts on?
From the sounds of it, they've got thermite tips. I heard a bit of hissing going on.
5-2.
Thermite you can see going off in the background. 5-2. This could be the last round. This could be the last round of the game.
Reapers are taking
could take it. Reapers could take it.
Yeah.
Don't steal my dreams.
I don't mean to. It's not me playing. You know, it's the best of the RAF right here. You know, and they're smashing it through and through.
I wonder if they're relying too much on the primary weapon.
Maybe, but if they get along with that weapon, then go for it. You know.
Yeah.
It's all down to your preference and your style of play, isn't it?
I've seen some very strong plays with the pistol. Bobby, of course.
The army are hanging back. They're hanging back.
One-on-one situation.
They're
Bo's
scared.
going to have to step up to the plate if he wants to keep it in with a chance of winning. Both teams being very reserved.
Yeah.
I feel like they know where each other are as well. Overtime flag comes out. Thermite's been tagged, and Gibbo's clutched up there right at the end, saving the last moments.
He's not giving up that fight, is he?
He's definitely not giving up. He knew that he had to get some damage on in order to secure the round.
That's
he did it.
It's intense. My heart's beating really fast.
I'm sure theirs are going even faster.
Yes. I bet they've got sweaty palms.
Yeah, no, they've got all this. They've got the pressure on their shoulders.
Bobby's taken out. It's just Sam on his own to take out both from the army.
Very well played there. It's getting close.
It is getting close.
Closer.
The army aren't giving up that fight, are they?
They're definitely not. Neither teams have ever showed any signs of giving up through
No.
the whole tournament.
You know, to get to the 5th and final match and the decider, that's, you know, doesn't happen very often.
No. Very privileged to see this firsthand.
Kieran's on his own.
Kieran has been left on his own. Kieran not performing too well on this map. With Gibbo clearing out most of the kills. Howly fair.
Just unfortunate for the army that it's Kieran left on his own for now. You know, but he could pull it out the bag and it could be a 5-5.
Bobby there taking a few shots to himself. Delivering some back. Kieran getting the kill on Bobby.
He's pulled it, but he's hurt.
Samurai's readjusting his position, predicting where Kieran's going to be coming from.
Yep. It's not going to take much, though, to finish him off.
No.
You know.
He's giving away his position. It's going to come down to the final edge. And the Reapers have clutched
win!
The Reapers have won this 2v2 Armed Forces Championship. And I can't imagine that you'd be much prouder.
Oh, I'm so proud of the Reapers. Raspberry Reapers. You know, they're...
Very, very well played.
Much deserved win. Commiserations.
No, I can't say I'd have it any other way. The best team definitely won. And they've proved it. They've been given 2 shots. And they've been outplayed both times.
It's been brilliant. It's been an amazing tournament to watch and commentate on. And yeah, it's been amazing. So
no doubt it's been a massive privilege for me to be able to host this. Or cast over, sorry, should I say. Yes. And I'm sure you feel the same.
Yes, definitely. You know, and so proud of the Reapers and well done to the army as well to get into the final. You know, 2 of the best teams playing against each other.
Yeah. We're going to have a director go to the hosts and sign off. Thank you very much for hosting us.
Yep, thank you.
We'll see you again in the next one, hopefully.
Yep.
What a wicked way to end the grand finale of the community championship.
100%.
It was so good. But let's do a little recap.
Yeah.
Like map 1, I felt like it went round for round and there was amazing gameplay from both sides, but the army managed to take that one. Map 2, I felt like it started off a little slow. It felt like it was a bit slower. But once the army found their feet, they managed to win with a 6-1 win. It was wicked.
Map 3, thought going quite well, went round for rounds, thought he was going to clinch it, but then the RAF took it. So it took us to 2-1.
Come back,
started off slow. And then we went to map 4, started off well with the army. I think it was 3-1.
Yeah.
Then they pushed over, then the RAF pushed it to 5-4, massive turnaround. And then the army counted back to 5-5, but then the RAF nipped it at the end of map 4. Which took it to 2-2. Last little game. And then literally the last game there, army started leading again.
It's tight.
And then the RAF caught back up and pretty much used their skills, adapted to it, and come away with a win.
Yeah, so massive congratulations to RAF. You did excellent. It was so exciting. You know, I'm proud to be part of it and getting to watch that. So once again, congratulations to RAF. We want to thank all the participants who have participated today. You've done amazing. And also, we want to thank the audience for tuning in, because it wouldn't be a show without you watching. So thank you. But before we go, make sure you catch us on Twitch, which is LL eSports. You can always see us at lionsleague.co.uk. Our highlights are all on Sky, channel 192, and you can always see us at aozap.com. So stay safe.
And stay gaming.
مهنة محلل استخباراتي اللغوي ليست مهنة عادية. فنحن أصحاب هذه المهنة نمثل الأذان الصاغية التي تحافظ على أمننا جميعاً. تتطلب هذه المهنة تركيزاً ووقتاً ومثابرة. أصبحت شخصاً لم أظن مطلقاً أن أكونه يوماً ما. الأمر أكبر من مجرد الاستماع، إذ يتعلق بالثقافات التي ستتفاعل معها ووجهات النظر التي ستكونها. تقاضيت أجراً للتحول من شخص ليس لديه خبرة إلى ما أنا عليه الآن خلال 18 شهراً فقط. وفي الوقت الحالي استخدم هذه اللغة لأساعد في اتخاذ القرارات التي تنقذ الأرواح في أقل من الثانية، لتكون الغلبة لنا.
So, does this sound like an ordinary job to you?